What's up, everyone? Welcome to Country with Noah. So after I did the Terminalist Dark Wolf video that I did on this channel, I was just expecting to do a Peacemaker season 2 episode 2 review because of a big change I made where I said I'm still gonna cover country music, I'm still gonna cover rock music, I'm still gonna cover gospel music, I'm still gonna cover anything that is set in the South, but I'm also adding all television and all movies. Doesn't matter what type of movie it is, because I cover superhero content on my other channel as well, but that's also going to be posted here when it comes to movies and television and stuff like that. I made this big change to my channel today that I'm also going to be covering, along with all the other stuff that I cover on this channel. I'm also going to be covering movies and TV. Any genre, anything that I want to cover, I'm going to be covering that on here, along with country music, rock music, gospel music, and anything set in the South. So after I did that video, I was just expecting to give you guys my Peacemaker Season 2 Episode 2 review. But nope, I just found out that it was just announced today that Blake Shelton is um, apparently producing a Wizard of Oz TV show for Amazon Prime. And this TV show is not tied into the Wicked movies, which the Wicked movie that we have right now is super good. It was one of my favorite movies of last year. This show is called Dorothy, and we don't know much about it yet because it was just announced that Blake Shelton is producing it. Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani are producing it. But I find this very interesting because Blake has produced like live television before. Like he's producing he's a producer on the show The Road with Taylor Sheridan and Keith Urban and Wretched Wilson and a bunch of other people are on that show. And yes, I will be covering that show when it comes out later this year. But that's a singing competition show, just like The Voice was, right? So it's interesting to me that Blake is getting into like scripted television, scripted TV. So I'm interested to see how they got Blake Shelton to produce this and stuff like that. And Gwen Stefani's also a producer on it, and it's supposed to be a musical show, and it's called Dorothy. So I don't know if it's gonna be telling the Wizard of Oz story or like after the Wizard of Oz, what happens to Dorothy, because we don't get to see what happens after, right? I just know it's not tied in. Probably it's not tied in. Probably to um, the Wicked universe of films, right? Because they already have their Dorothy for those movies, and if you guys don't know who the Dorothy is for those movies, I believe it's Millie Bobby Brown. I think they announced that. So, yeah. But I'll be interested to hear what soundscape of music we get. Will we get, like, since we have one of the biggest country artists out right now producing the show, will the sound of the music be country? Will he get some of his friends to play the key character roles? I'm interested to see what happens in this show and what this show is about and when we get this show and what's the music gonna sound like and stuff like that. And when I heard this, because I follow a bunch of people on Instagram, that's how I heard this. I'm like, interesting. It's always interesting to me when creative people like Blake or even Gwen, because Gwen's done a lot of a bit of TV, right? I don't really like Gwen Stefani's music personally, but I think with how good of a producer she is for music, I'm thinking I can still respect her talent. I don't personally like her music, but I can still respect her talent. But you guys know, like, Blake Shelton has grown on me since I got into country music. At first, I didn't like him, and then he grew on me with his song Texas and his new album and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm interested in this show, and I will continue to cover this show on this channel when we get like casting updates and like directors of episodes and stuff like that. And yeah, so you guys are very lucky today because you guys get free videos. You get the review of the Terminal Dark Wolf, which is already a Terminal List Dark Wolf. You get this video, and you get my review of Peacemaker Season 2, which I'm going to upload to both channels. So you guys are very, very lucky today. But yeah, so thank y'all so much for watching. What do you guys think of Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani producing a Wizard of Oz show? Do you think, like how I think, and you think the soundtrack of Wizard of Oz is going to be countrified and have like country singers play the main roles? And yeah, do you think that's going to happen, or what do you guys think the show's going to be like? And what do you guys think of Blake Shelton producing a Wizard of Oz TV show for Amazon Prime? Please leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of content or any of my content on this channel, please subscribe, like, and share this video. And I hope you have a great day.